am I a level 7 susceptible? Do influencers exist because I justify their existence?
This is NetHeads. It's a tech podcast, but we are a ton cooler than your typical geek.
You guys rock.
Transmission incoming from the big giant head.
Welcome, everyone, another edition of NetHeads. My name is Will.
And my name's Trent.
And just like that dry sand on the tip, we're going right into it because, as some of you may know, we are doing this for the podcast audience. That's who these videos really exist for. If you've stumbled here, you've got about 5 more seconds and then you're dropping off. So thanks for coming. Nice to see you. Trent, I wanted to spend this week talking about something because many times I have discussed within the program my concerns and my fears right over the ability for social media companies to influence us into like different ways of thinking. And the craziest part about it is I don't think I was paying attention to the right thing. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. It's because off screen right now that you cannot see, I have what looks like an old-timey typewriter keyboard, including having a carriage return that changes the LED lights underneath that do it. That is perfect for mounting my iPad on. That my wife cannot stand the sound of me typing on.
Does not want that mechanical sound.
But I saw it. Yeah, exactly. But I saw it online, and I'm like, oh, that is a reasonable price for the classic keyboard that I always wanted ever since I saw it, of all things, on the TV show Warehouse 13. It was a full-size keyboard. But it had the classic key hits.
Yeah.
So I got that. And then, because of everything I've seen online, I've also got this keyboard now. Right? Which here we go. I'll let you, if you want to look closely at it, right?
Yeah.
This is AULA's 109 Pro. And you'll notice it has got, it is done up in as though I ripped it straight from the comic book pages itself.
Yep.
And it has been hooked up to the computer. No, not yet. But, as you were mentioning, let's see now. Now is the time. This is what and by the way, for those of you wondering, since Trent's coming to us from his office this week, because today is the hottest day historically ever in Utah for this date. And he has an artificial intelligence camera that he's unable to disable the controls on, and he will just be goddamned if he can get the zoom right. Okay, so we got the keyboard. You work that out. Let me know when it's okay. So I've got the keyboard, right? And I'm starting to worry that I am 11/7 susceptible. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to see the 6th season of Community. But I'm pretty much convinced I'm level 7 susceptible because I've got that keyboard. Now I've got this one. And I don't know if you've noticed, Trent, I might have a few robots laying around, right? I have so many robots.
I've heard things.
2 vector robots. That one's a toy. That's the Lost in Space robot. Ignore that. 2 emo robots, none of which are currently powered up because they can't get on their own frickin' chargers. Artificial intelligence, my ass.
Yes, you want to eat? Feed yourself.
Exactly, and they won't. What you cannot see off camera, not even plugged in, this is a Louie. It's powered by, it has a body brain powered by software on the phone. Yep. Great idea.
Such a good idea.
The only problem is they're supposed to be desk robot pets, and my desk is buried in things. The Luna robotic pet that looks a lot like a dog with wavy ears, uses AI, goes between a weird mechanical voice and a female voice. So I've got that, right, that was bought under the guise of being for my daughter, but realistically speaking, the only thing that's popular of my TikToks are robots, so I think you understand where the purchasing comes from. There is also the Dolly, that was a Canadian product, a robot. It's got round LED eyes, really cute. It uses a trackpad similar to the Louie here. It does have 2 little arms that come out, so it can give you a fist bump. But, it's not like they grip or do anything.
Yeah.
And that one's just sitting over there. But I was intrigued by it because it was the first one that actually utilizes a Raspberry Pi. And it is a robot that all of the parts are upgradable or replaceable conventionally, right? Except I got to imagine the round LED eyes. But I could 3D print a whole new body for it if I wanted to. So, I'm like, oh, that sounds like an amazing idea. And then some guy in Europe makes the Butterbot, okay? They crowdfunded the Butterbot. Yeah, I know. You're thinking, wait, didn't those people that make the vector robots get the license for that? Apparently not. But these guys did, or they didn't make it in time. So allegedly, I've got a Butterbot on the way that even comes with a mad scientist remote that is somewhere a cross between something you would see Rick Sanchez make and Ziggy from Quantum Leap, the controller that Al had and constantly hit.
But you gotta have a cheroot in one hand.
Exactly.
While you're hitting it. Yeah.
So I've got all these things, and I'm pretty sure that influencers exist on the internet because of me. That is the whole reason that they're there, because they see a mark coming, right?
Me too, though. I
don't need this fucking keyboard, man.
But sometimes it hits so good, as the kids would say.
This thing even has a little.
Yeah.
You can't see it. That's actually a little tiny screen. I could put an animated GIF there.
Yep.
Do whatever I want with it.
It'll show you which macro program your profile you're set on, and the dial on that you'll use. Like my laptop or my keyboard at work doesn't have a dial, and all my other keyboards do.
Right.
And I'm just always reaching to turn up my volume. And it's not there.
Same thing with the one that I'm talking about for the iPad, the classic one. That volume knob. Oh my gosh! Right?
Yeah. Such like why this should have been happening since day one.
It's a multi-purpose knob, but yeah. Look, I also don't want to admit that the people that made the Luna robot pet also came out with the Luna Deskmate robot, which looks like a cross between the lampstand from the lampstand Mac design. I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, I do remember those.
It's that, but also it too is powered by your cell phone. Now, obviously, it's also the most problematic because it is supposed to be it's supposed to be spatially and screen aware. So it's supposed to be truly a Deskmate assistant. It can integrate with like Slack or Teams or the other things if your company permits installing such things. It's an amazing thing. I don't have it here to show for it, but yet it's another robot. And like I said, the Butterbot's on the way. And then, oh my gosh, they came out with Cubey, which is a cube robot with 2 levels of screens, and it does all kinds of cute things.
Yep.
I backed it. Why do I keep doing this, Trent? Now, granted, yes, my mom did pass away on March 5th. There may be some grief purchasing in here. Okay.
Sure. And that is a form of taking care of needs that may not be being met or that you've left unattended for some time.
As long as it doesn't become a hoarding problem, as hoarders have taught me so many times, because a lot of the times those people have been triggered by grief and loss.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the loss of one thing makes them want to keep everything else, I guess. I don't know. But I have to ask you, as a friend, Trent, do I have a problem?
Well,
if you look at it externally.
Yeah, externally, I would say no, because you're not hiding these things.
No, I don't.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's the good litmus test of knowing when you've crossed a threshold is when you're just ashamed of what you've done, right? And you're just like, no, I didn't. I have unopened robots in my closet. What are you talking about?
When you have the storage space you're renting to put everything in,
to hide things in, right?
Okay.
Like if you're on Front Street about it, ain't no problem.
I'm glad to hear that I am not. I don't have I don't disagree. I don't agree with you, actually. I admit it. But, it's the same thing. I think I don't have a problem. I think what I have is impulse control. I think that's what the issue is. Because, for streaming media and content, you guys are watching this right now. Like, I just kicked this off saying, we're really just doing this for our podcast listeners. This is like a supporting program for that. But I have been trying to do other things in social media, right?
Right.
And I can't even tell you the number of cameras and microphones I have purchased because of this, right? Because I keep thinking I'm going to unlock the thing that's going to make it the easiest for me to get things done. This is the lie I always tell myself. But am I making any what we'll call medium form content, like 10 to 15 minutes on YouTube? No. When Mando, I saw that in May. That was the last TikTok video that I recorded. You know what I mean? You and I haven't done this since June. So, what am I doing, Trent? Am I going to be a 60-year-old dude, like just talking to a wall at some point? Because even you will have given up the ghost.
Well,
Or is it that purchasing is too easy now?
dude, remember back in the and it's a big deal for me because we just barely got a Amazon distribution center close enough to where we can get next day shipping. It's the first time, and it's a huge I could go downtown in downtown Logan and buy something maybe if it's there, but that might that distances me from making that purchase, right? But the fact that it's just as fast as just ordering it that night when I'm half asleep, that'll be there tomorrow afternoon.
Dude. Okay, so
there's no distance between you and the product.
I think we are honing in on this. I think we're honing in on the issue, specifically also because, I hadn't encountered this until Chicago. By the way, also, to our frequent podcast listeners, thank you very much for sticking with us. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. You're all Patreon supporters of the week. Every single one of our Patreon supporters. I'm not gonna narrow one down because you're all it this week. There, see, Trent's giving. He's trying to give you love, but it looked more like an inverted. Well, never mind. I won't say. But there we go. And careful, you're going to reframe your camera.
Oh,
Knock
shit.
it off. Who knows what that does?
Oh, that one got real close.
Right now, you just triggered the OnlyFans account starting up.
I'm like,
but I think you're right. I think we're honing it down. It is because that the instant gratification is so much more instant now, right? Because
absolutely.
By the way, also I've been busier than all get out. So that's the other reason why we haven't done this and why I haven't done a lot of things, because it's just like when I'm not doing things, it's like I want to do fuck all, really, right?
Yep.
And so like I just got back from. Well, first of all, at the end of May, there were two dance competitions that we went to, and one in-house dance competition at the studio my daughter was at. And then in June, it was all gearing up for, or maybe that's when the in-house one was. And then the end of it was nationals. Now, I don't know if you're remember nationals. It means I'm going to some freaking destination, paying a hotel room and all that jazz.
Yep.
Well, just so happens my wife's birthday has fallen twice now into nationals. And, I'm like, we're adults. We get each other all kinds of things. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make life easy because I know how packed the car is going to be. And I'm not kidding. 2023 Honda CR-V. You got two grown adults and a 12-year-old packing for 9 days in San Diego, Trent. 9 fucking days.
And I honestly can't comprehend that because in my mind, anything that's longer than 5 days needs to have laundry.
Which, by the way, hey, let me tell you something. I know exactly where the Soapy Ferret laundromat is, closest to the location where Nationals is for that reason.
Okay. Because seriously, dude, that's in it. You can't pack.
No,
you can't. That's not a sustainable.
You hit a wall.
Thing.
You hit a wall. You've got to do laundry, which I did. And by the way, it's like I say 9 days, but realistically, it's 7 days because 2 days are travel days. But still, not home.
Yeah.
And so there was that to contend with. So I'm like. And by the way, driving in the Honda CR-V with everything packed, there is still a cooler next to my daughter. There is shit on the floor next to my daughter. And this is the view screen. This is the view I have through all of the luggage in the rearview mirror. Barely anything.
It's like a submarine.
Yeah. So I'm like,
look down the hall.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run the risk. I'm gonna order stuff on Amazon for delivery when we get there, the day before her birthday, right? Because I at least don't want to be jammed up going down. Yeah, I'm going to have to find a place for this shit later, but we're also going to eat some of the food we brought with us. Sure. Most of the time you get stuff there, but for the things you're not sure you're going to get, you carry it with you, right? Yeah. So there's that. And I didn't expect this, but the hotel, I haven't had any problem except for one in Chicago, where it's like, I'm just going to have things delivered to the hotel. The front desk takes it. I get it. I mean, people are ordering DoorDash all the time. Yeah. Food's getting dropped off in the lobby. Yeah. But oh no, packages is where they draw the line. Instead, they have to have a concierge service for their packages, and you're going to get charged an additional fee depending on the size of the package. So all of my wife's gifts cost me an extra $28 above the cost of what I did. Yes.
See, granted, it's been 16 years, but when I was working for the university, doing recruitment,
Yeah.
I would send all my supplies.
Yeah.
To the hotel room
Yeah.
because it was cheaper
Yeah.
to mail it than to take it on the airplane with me.
Exactly.
And it was
Right?
always just, they never charged anything. They just received it and said, okay, we'll give it to them when they get here.
No, man. They just and the thing that kills me about it is
That's
like
nuts.
was this well, I understand because this location, it's the town, and I'm not really belaboring them. I'm not belaboring this fact. I'm not pulling them down because of it, but it did piss me off. But it's the Town and Country Resort in San Diego. Now,
Okay.
but that is it's on the other side of the hill from where all the beaches are. So it's literally a series of buildings that I think they converted into a self-enclosed hotel and built its own little convention center to attach to it. So I understand why they do it, because there are probably every single event that books there, I can imagine it is a ton of packaging that probably gets shipped their way.
Right.
But really, like, nailing the typical Joe consumer on this one is kind of bullshit.
I mean, and again, yes, for a convention, that's totally something you have to factor into your cost, because there's going to
Right.
be cost in receiving and moving all of that around and blah. But for like one room,
Yeah.
come on,
man. What the hell? Especially, like, are you going to start dinging the Door Dashers anyway?
Exactly.
The whole
Yeah.
point is,
Yeah.
I did that because it was convenience. Found all the things, put in the address, got it sent. So I think the ability for us to get things so fast is definitely part of the problem.
Yes. Yes.
Because we can readily and easily just click a button and then these things show up. So I think our problem is that I don't let somebody else control my money. That's the problem. I need to have somebody else control my money that I have to answer to when I'm spending this stuff.
Oh, so accountability maybe
Yes.
is where, okay.
I think that's what we need to reel this in.
Okay.
Because, like the QB robot is, it's on the way, man. The Luna Deskmate robot. I got so many fucking robots, I haven't even unboxed this thing. That's a hoarder's problem, I really think, to be honest.
I mean, I again, it's there. Hoarders tend to not remember where things are.
Oh, I know where everything is.
Yeah. See, again. Also, maybe this is just me falling into my supervillain persona, which is the enabler.
Yes.
But I don't see this as an issue, Will. I see this as a form of self-care.
Oh my gosh. The next thing I'm going to do right after the show is I'm going to ask some form of AI I'm going to give it your picture, and I'm like, this hero is the enabler.
The enabler.
And he seems to be able to justify anything for anybody to do.
Just what you need to feel good about something that you don't feel good about it.
Show
talk
me
to this
show
guy.
me what you by the way, this is the first show that is not produced by AI in the longest time. Because again, why should I give a crap? But I figure we got enough of what it can do to be able to just like float in here. I mean, and honestly speaking, like I messaged Trent about this earlier today because it was kind of unsettling to me. Like right now I'm carrying myself very well, but I got to admit, like I've been kind of, if we live life at a 7, I've been like at a 1. Ironically, because of watching Toy Story 5, which, by the way, completely adorable, wonderful movie. But for some reason, in the last 10 to 15 minutes of that movie, for some reason, I suddenly started grieving the loss of my mom. I don't know why. Don't stop moving. I don't know why, but it just happened. It hit me. And I think actually you put it beautifully, which is that, well, do you remember the words you said?
Yeah, well, it's just, and I'd never really thought about it, but it kind of makes sense. Like humans, like innately, the reason that we've excelled through evolution and everything is because we can make connections faster than anything. Even
Right.
computers still can't make connections like we can.
Right.
And we're so ingrained in it that we're making connections without even knowing it.
Right.
And the triangle is, thoughts lead to feelings, and feelings can lead to actions. So thoughts, something has to be created, and then you have a feeling from it. So you're
Right.
having connections made that your body's reacting to that you may not even realize where it's coming from, but you know that feeling.
Well,
right?
And that's part of the reason why I am so glad that I knew we were podcasting today, because conversely, for some reason, being able to, now I've been married to my wife for 30 years, right? 1996, 32 years in September.
Okay.
Right? So you would think that's the person, lift me up, super happy. I've got my 2 wonderful kids. Both of them are home right now, right? All this stuff. But I was really looking forward to talking to you because I know, and I'm sure my wife is going to call it out again. I step out of this office and it's like I was just mainlining antidepressants, right? Just right into the vein.
Just put it in there.
I don't know what it is you do to me, sir, but you do it so well.
It's with my mouth.
Anyway,
that's what I do.
Yeah, it is. Interestingly enough,
It is. Yeah,
I can't contest that fact.
Yeah.
But that really hit me like hard, like really, really hard, and I don't know why it did. But then conversely, again, getting back to the way we don't know the way our minds work, and expeditiously, my wife and I, for the longest time, have been debating in the family room because I think. Partially because we were worried about becoming one of those couples. Mm-hmm. But like for the longest time, we have been discussing the acquisition of 2 recliners. One would be hers. One is mine. Yep. This is this. That is that.
Yep.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yep.
And especially considering for the past few years, when we have acquired furniture, the last 2 or 3 times, it has been through the of cost. Costco furniture.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was like,
I know. I'd get
is
you
this
there.
A new thing? Oh, I'm excited.
What is this of cost? I wish to know. Oh, Costco. Shut up, dickhead. I understand. And so we were talking about actually making the acquisition, and I'm like, you know what? Let's not fuck around. If we're gonna talk recliners, there's only one name you know.
Yep.
One name you go to.
Absolutely.
And what is that name, Trent?
It's Lazy Boy.
Exactly.
We've got a factory here just across the valley.
I'd like to apologize to everyone, by the way. You will notice I'm using my left hand a little more. It's because I lost so much weight that there is no finger that comfortably fits the Aura ring that I wear on my primary hand. So now this is the finger it's comfortable on my non-primary hand. But my douche factor has gone up 20%. I'm doing this a lot more. You know, I'm pointing things with my left hand.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm aware because it's like the extra weight and it feels weird.
Yeah.
But I apologize for the douchiness in advance because I know this is totally cringe anyway. But thankfully, the Aura ring in a way has normalized it. So we went to the Lazy Boy store. Now, this isn't instant gratification. This is having to drive 27 minutes to the nearest Lazy Boy furniture store. And then it's realizing unless you are buying something off of the floor or something they have readily in stock by a miracle in the warehouse, you're picking your fabric, you're picking your lever option. You want the manual lever? You want a fancy curved one? Do you want power control? All these things?
Yep.
What color do you want? 6 to 8 weeks, okay, for furniture that I gauchily will say is a down payment on a car, especially when you're getting 2 of them. But it was the red, white, and blue 4th of July sale extended through this weekend. And you know me, I mean, if I perceive a discount,
got to jump on it.
And so we had to test drive the chairs and everything. But that is not instant gratification. And I got to admit, that purchase I don't feel as good about because it ain't here.
Yep.
It's not showing up right away.
There's an economic phenomena called the pain of pain.
Okay.
Right. So like, if you have to like deal with the purchase longer, it becomes less favorable in your mind.
It totally makes sense to me.
Right. So go on a cruise and it's a la carte. That the whole trip is going to be affected because at the end of the day and during your entire trip, you're thinking about everything that you're paying for as you're ordering piece by piece by piece. Where if you did all inclusive, you paid for it once.
Right.
And then you don't think about it again.
Which is what a lot of cruises are. It's like you pay the fee, you get the food, you do the thing.
And so that's where like you get in it immediately after you've paid for it. That the pain of pain is gone. It's there. You've got the thing, right? So now that you've already paid for it, and you're waiting, you're still enduring that psychological process of paying for it because you don't own it yet. It's not in your possession.
Correct.
Makes sense.
I think I now know the reason why I walk out of here feeling so much better every damn time. Right? Okay, so to recap, I don't have a buying problem when it comes to robots, even though I don't even have places to put them.
Because you know where they are and you're not hiding them.
I mean, no. I mean, to a certain extent, it's like, if you think about it, okay, I started off with a vector robot, and I thought, I don't want it on the desk. I want it to have its own space. I happen to have an old kind of cheap ass Target nightstand plastic pressed wood furniture thing. So I put it on there. I set up a little border around it so I know it wouldn't fall off.
Yeah.
Then I put my Darth Vader Sensi warmer on there, which, by the way, computer, Darth Vader on. See if we can even perceive it. Or if it can even turn it on. Or if it's even listening. Computer, Darth Vader on. Weird thing to say. Yep, there we go. It's lit up.
There it is, yeah.
I don't know why his lid isn't on him, other than I think something fell off the wall one time. Anyway, excuse me. So I did that, and then I'm investing $100 in a shelf, so that way there's more space, so they can all be on here, because I got a second Emo and a second Vector, right? And now I'm thinking, with all of these robots I have, I think what we need to do, I need to take some of these custom Scatus pegboards that I've made. I need to move them somewhere else, because I think I just need furniture all along here now. I'm just going to do a custom top, paint some wood black, and throw it out there.
Yeah.
So that way I can have a full array or another shelf right here.
Yes.
It's getting very cramped in here is all I'm saying. This shit's getting out of control. I got to stop buying things. But there's nowhere to put them. And it's like, I'm not enjoying them because they're behind me. I don't actively see them.
I know.
Stupid.
This week, 2 winters ago, I made my own arcade cabinet. And so I could put an Xbox in the bottom and then just connect it to a monitor on top. And then it had it was fun, quirky, and it was good because it also made me realize, even with all the games I could play on it, that it was good not to spend the money on a dedicated arcade cabinet of one game.
Yeah.
For how little I played all the games on it.
Yeah.
But it's really fun, and when people come over, they always love to play it. But it takes up so much goddamn room in my teeny house. It is now sitting on the sidewalk with a free sign on it.
Trent, 9 years ago, relatively certain, 8 or 9 years ago, buddy of mine said, "Hey, I bought this bar top cabinet kit for me and my son. My son doesn't have any interest in building it. You interested? Why not?
Sure.
Again, perceived discount.
Yeah.
I'd love to do it. Raspberry Pi, get some speakers, stop looking online, all the things I can do. Biggest fucking pain in the ass. Just have it. It's just occupying space in the garage.
Huge.
Because it's also, no, that one wasn't, because it was a bar top, right?
Right. So it's at least like a table, right?
But you got to have a table to put it on.
Right. Yep.
Instantly you've run into a problem again.
Yeah.
So yeah, acquisitions, man. I mean, which is ironic. It's ironic that I'm reflecting on gauche and very poorly timed, considering that affordability is like the major political issue, right? And here I'm bitching about all the money I'm spending. I got some balls on me is all I'm saying. But I do have to point out another purchase that I recently made. Again, this one was a practicality standpoint. So Costco furniture, looking at the Lazy Boys.
Right.
Because if I'm going to get one, I'm going to get one.
Now, just before we get, I just want to, because my parents have, during my entire life, they've always had their own Lazy Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And recently, maybe 2 chairs ago, 2 choices ago, they maybe go every 10 years. They've switched to couch with 2 Lazy Boys on the ends.
Ah, yes.
With regular couch in the center type situation.
Yes.
Now, is that something that you looked into and you decided to opt for dedicated chairs themselves?
Oh, we sat it. Well, we have had that in the past. The couch before this couch.
Okay.
No, the couch before the couch before this couch. No, the couch before this couch, because that was the one. Dude, when I bought this thing, I thought I was so genius, because I was doing this myself, and I had the plan, right? I'm going to go rent the U-Haul, because I didn't have anything big enough to. I'm going to go rent the U-Haul. I'm going to go buy the house first, take the old couch, take it to the dump, because it's got to go. We're not giving it to anybody. It's gross. It's disgusting.
We're not making it someone else's problem.
It's seen the horrors, let's just say. It went through 2 babies, right? 2 kids.
Yeah.
I think 1.5. Who cares? Don't ask how you get half a baby. Why am I speaking? I don't know. But I thought it was genius because I got the U-Haul, picked up the couch, took it to the dump, went to Costco, loaded up the purchased couch, come home, take everything apart, return the U-Haul. Great. Thought it was a genius move, and I agree. It worked out very, very well. Why did I even include this in the story? No idea. But that couch that was thrown away was that. It did have recliners on the ends, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking, oh, well, maybe a love seat. Well, a love seat with that, because, I don't know what you're trying to fit in your room, but...
But it's also you only get one side, like armrest per seat, right? Which to me is a huge deal.
Exactly. I can be put off of the fact that I don't have cup holders. I could give two shits, right?
Same,
I don't have a place. I'll figure out a place to drink. I don't drink a lot.
Yeah,
a table between the chairs is all you need.
Yep.
Right?
That's easily fixed.
End table. Boom.
Yeah.
But like the biggest point of contention in my house is a specific seat on the couch that's not my wife's. My wife, you would think, man of the house, I have the seat. No, my wife has the seat. She has the best seat in the room to see the TV, see the whole room, not have to look at the guy cooking food in the kitchen.
Right.
All that stuff. Other than that, every other seat in the room is god-awful uncomfortable for trying to watch TV because my family room is designed dumb, okay? Just think of a long rectangle. Yep. Well, you've seen it, but I'm painting a picture for the podcast audience.
Yes.
Imagine a long ass rectangle. So it is kitchen, which is big enough to have an island in it. Again, affordability, gosh, white man problems. That moves into the dinette area. Then coming between the two spaces is a 6-foot pony wall that comes off of. Now, if you don't know what a pony wall is, it is a wall that just comes up to like counter height. That's a pony wall, folks.
Yep.
7-foot pony wall comes out. Okay. So you have the entrance, the walkway into the kitchen, plus the pony wall.
It's so that if an alien ever crash lands into your back shed, he'll be able to talk to everyone from across the pony wall.
I guess.
Alf via the Alf.
Exactly. Obscured on one side. And hide your cats, everybody.
I'm sorry, derailment.
It's okay. Now, but you see, you say Alf, and now I'm gonna drop science on you because I'm gonna say Gordon Shumway,
which is his actual name.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
appreciate that you knew that fact.
Yeah.
So, this is where you then get into how my living room is designed so dumb. Not perpendicular, parallel to that pony wall is also the stairs that come down. So that's on the other side of that entrance to the kitchen. Stairs. Then there's an open way for transitioning from the family room to the living room, so you don't have to use the stair bridge to go from one to the other. Then it's wall. Then, when you get to the wall that the pony wall is facing, it is a cutout for the television, which is directly opposite the opening.
Right.
The opening to walk into the fucking kitchen.
Of the kitchen, yep.
So either you're dividing the room with furniture, so you've got free-floating furniture in the middle, or... Oh, and by the way, next to that, because you're like, oh, well, why don't you just like fill that in? Oh, actually, that is the one answer. Keep filling the cutout. Except, no, I've got a wood burning stove. Not a wood burning. No, I have a fireplace
that's taking up the place where you would put the TV otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I put it above, because of the way it's designed, way off the viewing.
Yep.
It's not appropriate eye line.
Yep.
So it is just the dumbest fucking room to try, but also the house came with surround speakers, so like I'm gonna convert. My neighbor converted the living room into his viewing room. He turned the family room into his billiards room, right? Because he's got a pool table there.
Wow.
The cutout that my neighbor prior to him had a built-in, so he converted that to the bar, right? So it's kitchen, billiards and bar, TVs everywhere, and then viewing in the living room, which we could do. So anyway, so the reason why we went with the chairs is because they can sit. You can get a wall hugging lazy boy. It just doesn't rock, right? But it can recline up against the wall.
Yeah. So it like scoots forward kind of instead of back.
And I'm tired of fighting for this shitty middle seat that is over on the couch, so that I'm like, because this is me watching TV. I'm either watching TV like this. My head turned to the left, or I have positioned myself awkwardly on the couch this way. Because again, love seat, it's just too much having us right next to each other. I move around a lot, I'm annoying to sit next to. So that's why we went with the Lazy Boys. That's the reason why. So we're not going love seat. We could have done that. Could have done the end pieces. No, we're just getting the Lazy Boy chairs.
Yep.
And I look forward to it because it means that there will be a day, instead of like waking my wife up and telling her to go upstairs, I'm just going to put a blanket on her.
Yep.
And I bet you she'll have the best night of sleep in her life.
And I was just going to say, and she'll have the greatest, most peaceful sleep of her life.
Exactly. We did, and the only upgrade we really paid for are those powered remote controls that I mentioned, because we've got outlets right there. And so the chairs can be plugged in. And then they even have a USB port for you to plug your phone in to charge.
Oh, that's nice.
So you're like, I mean, you put a toilet in these things, you don't need to get up, right?
Yeah.
Just food in, material out.
Yeah, maybe a fridge. I mean, hygiene pending. A fridge next to the toilet would be nice too.
Yeah, well, I mean, next to the chair. You got to call it the chair, Trent. You want to keep it clean.
Yeah, the toilet's a feature of the chair.
Exactly. I don't remember what other nonsense I was going to talk about, but I don't want to miss one of the things that we've at least trained people to be ready for, and that is the wonderful segment where, because of, as I mentioned, I have an acquisition problem. By the way, this is almost me going like talking flash fast, the very first episode of NetHeads. I just realized the cadence that I am busting out with is so high revved, which is amazing for the little bit of caffeine that I have in me. We have trained people because my acquisition problem also stems to the unrealistic views and goals that I plan on, like, allegedly 3D printing things and selling them. I keep telling myself that lie as well. So I have too many 3D printers. Because of that, I'm always 3D printing something because I'm at least justifying their existence that way. And so every single week, you can be guaranteed that I've 3D printed something. And that is why we're going to ask, I'm going to present it to Trent, and he is going to give it the answer to the 3D print of...
What is my purpose?
That is right. What is my purpose? So, Trent, this week I have 3D printed something. Definitely going to have to go in tight on me for this one because I'm not even sure you're going to be able to see it. For those of you that are wondering what this is, I am holding up what can't be more than a 1/2 inch object, right? It appears to have a 90-degree arm on it. It has a flat round head at the end, and I'm sure you can't even make it out because the focus won't grab it. But there's also a tiny hole right in the middle of that, Trent, okay? That is what the 3D printed piece is. Is there any way you need me to hold it differently so you can see it?
No. I think I'm going to make a guess here.
You're already, okay, so Trent's already willing
I think I'm ready
to make
this.
a guess. Trent, we're going to go in tight on you.
It's to build your own right-angled USB-C to auxiliary audio jack.
Wow, it's kind of a good idea, but it's not. But that's not it.
Damn it!
The thing that I love. This one wasn't a layup. The last few ones, I'm like, I've talked about this. Now, I will say it kind of is a layup because I did reference how you would use this just moments ago, in a way. So, Trent, one of the things that happened when I decided to replace the space behind me with the Scatus wall mounting peg wall.
That's not something from the dungeon, I promise.
Pegboard. Still sounds bad knowing what we know now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not getting any better. One of the things that I lost were the acoustic panels behind me. And one of the things that have been there for the longest time was the collection of enamel pins that I have. This one, for example, is a limited edition one that was put out by Patti LaPelle, which is the Kermit sipping tea.
That is the best name ever.
Right? Isn't it?
Patti LaPelle. Oh my god.
Leave it to Jensen Karp.
So good.
So I need to display these things. Now, and I looked it up. There's so many different boards that you could 3D print. But then I'm like, you know what? Just for shits and gigs, I'm going to look up Scatus enamel pin. And wouldn't you know, some mother trucker out there
has
specifically just made my enamel pin goes in it.
And then it's, oh shit, son. It goes right on the board.
Bam! Bam!
Oh, that is genius.
Kermit's on the wall, brother.
That is so genius.
And I have so many of these things. By the way, this is also from Patti LaPelle. This is Jensen Karp in his teen musical phase. What else do I have right here? Oh, I've got I got a Velociraptor, or not the Velociraptor, the thing with the gills that open up and spray
the spits,
Nedry in the face. Like here is a Star Trek Live Long and Prosper.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I got all these pins. Now we're going to be able to put them on the wall. Because I don't know if you've noticed, apparently, like with all the Mando armor and all the other bullshit, I kind of stopped printing up the shelves. And I've got panels to still put up.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm moving these panels over there so that way they could be a shelf. We got to move the shield up below
Spider-Man.
Got a shelf over there to replace. All kinds of shit going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what this week's what is my purpose is. Of all things, it's just an enamel pin holder.
Now I'm like thinking so hard because like the pegboard's one of my favorite things to use them for is for hanging tools on.
Yeah, but most people.
Well, and like for me, it's like when I can have like shovels. I love just seeing all my shovels and rakes.
Mm-hmm.
But like the hooks that are strong enough. So I just don't know. Could you print one that's strong enough to hold in a peg hole with a shovel? Print wise, I don't know because the metal ones they get kind of pricey.
Yeah,
the purpose built ones for like shovels and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's different materials you can 3D print in. Like PETG is kind of like PLA. So PLA and polyethylene, whatever the fuck they stand for. So that one is a form of plastic can be brittle. PETG, on the other hand, is a form of plastic that can be much stronger.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
What is there's a flexible one that I can't remember the name of it, and then there's like ABS, which is supposedly tough, or I don't know, man. There's all different kinds of materials. So yes, theoretically you could do
There
that.
is, yeah. Okay.
You could.
Okay, yeah.
But in this day and age you can also probably just
order it.
But that's the reason I got to justify the existence of the 3D printers here in my home.
Right. Yeah.
Since I'm not selling anything. Got to do that. So that's the reason why I looked that up. And then when I saw this, I'm like, oh, well, that's great because then I could just litter empty space with like little things.
Oh, and
all
that's
the pins.
yes, and that's the hardest problem of any pegboard is things take up very specific space, and then you have all this like empty space, but nothing's big enough to like small enough to put in that space.
Speaking of one of the projects that is going on in the kitchen right now, the printer on the left has been printing up Gridfinity grids. So, and I've shown you this before. It's just a series of it's a very minimal bare grid of squares. And what you do is you 3D print up organizing units that fit in and lock into the squares. So all of like the drawers in the kitchen are getting reorganized now. So that way, like the junk drawer isn't a junk drawer because like fuck this. This is batteries here. This is that. So much so that in the top drawer of the toolbox here that holds two of the printers on top of it, I have got, because one of the things you can do is you can take a picture of the object that you want to make a custom holder for next to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper for reference. And then you can do this for any number of objects, and then it will custom model for you something to hold those tools specifically in the drawer so nothing moves. The magnet pens that I still have yet to use on your Galactus head. Those have their own holders as well in the drawer. Things don't move around. Dude. It's great. It's wonderful. So Gridfinity is a great thing for organization. The Scatus I've just kind of gone nuts on and not really implemented, but hey, it is what it is. Trent, there's one other thing I wanted to talk to you that's still related to chairs, okay? Which the NetHeads, our Patreon subscribers, by the way, they get a little bit of unique stuff before and after. As a matter of fact, when we do the show live, when we're recording it in its rawest form, we do that live only for our Patreon subscribers.
Right.
So they get to see all the fuck ups, and then you guys on YouTube and listening to the podcast in general, you get to hear just the polished thing. We do produce a polished version for them as well. Good quality audio, a little tighter, has the actual opening, all that jazz. But one of the things that I realized, Trent, that would happen, because I've been working a lot, okay? And when I've been working a lot, I've been sitting a lot. And when I've been sitting a lot, I've been noticing like around 3 hours in the chair, my ass starts to hurt, okay? And so I finally decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop buying a chair off of Amazon every 3 years, because that's also how long I've been going through them. And I'm going to look at what are my options for maybe secondhand commercial industrial chairs. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I mean like the kind of chair that companies invest in because they know they have employees that will be sitting for long periods of time. So they have a vested interest in the comfort and physical health of their employees, right?
Absolutely.
And they're also the only ones that can spend stupid money on chairs.
That can afford it, yeah. Uh-huh.
And so of all the things I found a company, which, by the way, it's called Berkeley Interiors. I highly recommend, if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and you work from home and you have the chair pain I'm talking about, it won't be much to look at when you go there, okay? Because they got a bunch of stuff all around. They used to just do industrial or commercial work. They only used to work with companies. When the pandemic hit, they opened up to the public because so many people were working from home,
right?
And helped keep their business open. So Berkeley Interiors, Berkeley Office Interiors, you can find them at berkeleyinteriors.com. I did my research. I asked and I said, okay, this is the kind of chair I want. And I Googled online and I found it. And that's how I found Berkeley Interiors. Now, here is the point about a good business. This is how you know you've got a good business, because you go in and you say, this is what I want. And the guy says, I would love to sell that to you, but are you sure? And then you say what the problem is you have. I'm like, well, I want a chair. I want it to be comfortable long periods of time. He's like, great. That's the chair you want. Have a seat in it. Wonderful. He does. Pulls it over, sit in it. Like, it's nice. It's like, it is nice, right? Now, here's this chair instead. Why don't you sit in that? I sat in it and I'm like, oh my gosh, night and day. This is even, that was good. This is better. Of course I want this. What is it going to cost me though? An extra arm and a leg? So these guys, they do sell some new furniture, but they're also the kind that go around to the auctions when businesses are getting liquidated.
Yeah,
so that way they can afford to buy things and sell them at a price.
Yep.
Now, much like the Lazy Boy trend, okay, one of the things that I was thinking about it when we were picking out the colors is, how often am I looking at the color? How often am I looking at the chair?
Right.
I'm not. Because
Ever.
I'm planting my ass in it and I'm looking at everything else.
Yep.
I thought the same thing about the chair. Although I did kind of like what I saw, because for years and years and years, Trent, when I've gotten up off a camera, what do you see?
The black backrest of your chair.
Black high back chair, headrest, the like
at the top. Yep. Like your typical gaming style chair.
Right. This is going to shock the shit out of you. Well, the rest of the audience, you've already seen it. This is my new chair I got from Berkeley Interiors.
Yeah.
Now, the chair I was going in to look at, again, gauche, $575 is what I was looking at. Because, and for those of you just listening, I just showed a silver chair with a teal padding, and it really pops. But again, my ass is planted in this. I don't see it for nothing.
Yeah, you don't.
Even on conference calls, I'm wider than the chair.
Yep.
You're hard pressed to see that teal. But I still liked it. I thought it was cool. $375. Dude talked me into a chair that cost less because it was his favorite, and he knew it was the most comfortable. And dude, he wasn't lying. It is the most comfortable chair I have sat in for long term. Actually, that's not true. There is one chair that I really viciously tried to get when Comedy World folded in 2001.
Oh, yeah.
And those were the Aaron Herman Miller chairs. Those are like the Cadillac of, what do you even say now? What is the car brand that people, I don't think it's Cadillac
like
anymore.
The Bentley, probably.
Okay, there you go.
But it's yeah. And it's also interesting too, because I remember reading an article not too long ago in Business Insider about how the days of like when an IPO or a startup would fail, that was like the basically, since everyone put in for stock options, the only thing they got when they left was their
Herman Miller Aaron
chair. Right. Yeah. And it's so funny though too, because like here where I'm working, we recently had some we had a brand new president and they shook things up really a whole bunch, and we went through a big reduction.
I'm glad you made the cut, man.
Yeah, thank God. But since there is such a huge reduction in force, my new VP wanted to make sure everyone was able to like do their jobs well. And he hired an assistant who is, God damn it, she's the best. And she's just like, whatever you need, we're going to get it. And it's going to be the best there is. And Will, I can say, I'm going to try to do this without getting up to screw up my camera. Said Herman Miller chair.
Right?
Dude, this like every aspect of my sitting ergonomics is customizable to this thing. It's insane. I literally have to like set alarms for myself to get up and just go do something else, because I can sit here comfortably all day long.
I'm going to give you a description of the difference of this chair versus everything else I've sat in. Everything else I have sat in. This feels like when I get in this chair, first of all, it's the first chair that actually encourages me to get my back appropriately where it needs to be.
And it's comfortable there.
And it feels like God is just holding me while I sit. Okay.
Just cradling you.
Or it feels as though it's a custom stand and I am a marionette that's not in use.
Yep.
Right?
Sitting. I'm relaxed. I'm not getting tighter and
And the crazy thing is this chair. Oh, look at the filth backpack over there. This chair, the armrests are the part that kill me the most because they're called. They refer to them as 3D adjustable chairs, or 4D or armrests because it goes up and down, right? Adjustable. Seen that? Have you ever seen it where the armrest the top part can just swing in like this or out like this or tilt in more? These things are they're adjustable in a way I didn't even know was possible.
Yeah, dude.
It is insane. Guys, all I'm saying is if you are working from home and you're not wasting your money on 3D printers or artificial intelligence robots, which, look, man, I got to look myself in the mirror and realize none of these things are going to be R2-D2. Let it go.
Yeah.
Okay? Let it go, Will.
Yet.
R2-D2 is not there yet. And besides, you can 3D print them. Dumb prick. If you work from home, stop screwing around. Don't be sitting at your kitchen table. Get yourself a dedicated workspace, even if it's just a desk, and get yourself a quality chair. Do your research because this chair brand new is a $2,000 chair. I got it for $389 or $375 plus tax. I mean, just
and it probably sat in a conference room and was used twice a week, maybe.
And speaking of instant gratification, I had to drive my ass to Berkeley, go into the showroom, look at stuff. Look, thankfully, I got the trucklet, but it was even able to fit in the back seat, for gosh sakes. The guy loaded it in for me. Never been happier. Yes, that was instant gratification because I had the chair. But still, do yourself a favor, guys. I'm telling you right now, that is a place that is good money spent. Okay? Yep. Anywhere you're going to be sitting for any amount of time. Oh, by the way, the dinosaur that sprays is a Dilophosaurus. Thank you, Zach.
Didn't actually spray, we guess.
I spit.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that was
in reality,
that was the film.
That was a thing that was made up.
I liked it. It was neat.
Exactly, man. Plus, spitters are quitters, so fuck that dinosaur. Obviously, I'm just off the chain today. I really should. There are certain points where I know we shouldn't record a podcast, and this was kind of one of them. But at the same time, I needed this.
And you're just referring to my my battle with chewing tobacco, because spitter's a quitter. No, you gotta gut that stuff. Just put it in your guts and make just digest that tobacco. Give yourself some real tobacco poisoning.
No.
Oh.
No and no. Don't do that. But interestingly, actually, Trent, there's one other phenomenon that I did want to speak to you about, tonight.
Okay.
Because for years and years and years and years, I've said the same thing to our audience, the same thing every time. I wrap up the show and I'm like, you can find Trent everywhere on the web at a part of him, right? Then I am telling my journey.
Okay.
I'm speaking the true. You be quiet.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to tell you, too, that tonight, as a matter of fact, probably when I get out of here, it'll be waiting on the DVR. I think it's the season finale for the 9th season of Rick and Morty. And it's been okay, right? So, but it's a lot of one-shot things now, which makes sense because I really feel like they were really continuity heavy for a little bit there. There was like a thread like around realistically from like the second season moving forward.
Yeah.
We really got something more. No, I guess really the first season when we first were introduced to Evil Morty, right? Was that first season or second season?
Second season.
Second season was the Dome of Mortys and the Rick. No, that was first season.
No, that was the last. That was the season finale of the first season.
There you go. So for the longest time, yes, there were a lot of like through lines. And so this one has been a lot of one-shots, and I've enjoyed it. It's been good. But it's also made me go back and rewatch some episodes. And I've been thoroughly enjoying the rewatch. Is any of this important? No. Just want to remind everybody Rick and Morty still exists, and it's wonderful. Enjoy it. But no, now I remember why I was bringing that up. So I was going on to my Plex server to watch my episodes of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And, before said nationals as well, I was going in to see if there was a way I could download some audiobooks from a part of him server, right?
Yes.
I went and and then I looked and something had changed. Mm-hmm. And I laughed because I liked what I saw and it made me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I went on to Instagram for something else, and I said, "Hey, it has changed there too."
Yeah, and that's a very recent change, like this week or last week, maybe.
Oh, really? The Instagram was?
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, are you having a Are you trying to suppress your previous existence so you can't be found?
No, not even that. I just kind of got bored, and I really, really like the handle of Prawn Cena.
Now
I think it's hilarious.
It is not PRAWN, by the way.
No,
it is the Reddit reference complete with a zero for.
Yes.
Oh, is it a zero? Is it?
Yeah, it's a zero. Yep.
For porn.
So
but it's Prawn Cena. And then the thing that cracks me up is the wrestler body. But is that a prawn's head or is it a lobster?
Yeah, no. It's John Cena's body, and then from the very, very short-lived Little Mermaid animated series, I remembered vaguely that there was like a talking shrimp. And so I went in and found an episode and took the head from the talking shrimp and put that on John Cena. So that's Prawn Cena.
I thought that was one of those things where the name, much like Patti LaPelle.
Oh.
Prawn Cena has just brought me so much joy.
Good. Yeah.
But I was wondering, I'm like, is he trying to suppress? I mean, for those that don't know, okay, although it has been an online identity for Trent for almost as long as I've known him, the origination of a part of him in itself is still a fuck up of a Shakespeare quote.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a Shakespeare quote, and it's not. Like, I remembered it incorrectly.
Yeah.
It should be a piece of him.
Right, but instead...
But I said a part of him.
Which, it's fine. You're making it your own. But
whatever.
So I get the transition, but I think I absolutely just love the fact that it's being adopted just out of sheer boredom and amusement.
Yep. Yeah, no, because, think about it. Like, it's so long. Like, it's just like, it's a part of him. And then it's just like, it's kind of fun, And when I'm not sharing it with people as much as I used to, like, oh yeah, follow me, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, yeah, this will be fun for me. And it's all still searchable under the same stuff.
Yeah?
So...
I mean, does Prawn Cena come up if I search a part of him?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because with Instagram, it's the only time I've ever changed an Instagram handle, and it said you keep the URL from the original.
Yeah.
You'll just be known as this.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is true. It's just like it's painful trying to change your YouTube channel name.
It's impossible. Even worse, Facebook. For businesses, it's not possible.
Dude.
It's just not possible.
Do not get me started. First world problems. Of all things. So I'm like, you know what? I'm losing weight. I got to get fit. Sometimes in the morning, I don't want to interrupt my wife because our bedroom is where the recumbent, it's a combination recumbent bike and also a stair stepper with arms, resistant arms.
Like an elliptical style thing.
Yeah, it's an elliptical or that. You can use it either or, one seat or standing. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Sometimes, or my Total Gym is up there too, because big fan of Chuck Norris. And you know what the Total Gym is, right? Look it up. I'm not gonna bother telling you, but it basically uses your own body weight and pulleys as the form of resistance.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, Chuck Norris was their spokesperson forever.
Oh yeah, I do remember these.
So much so that recently on Ralph Garman's The Ralph Report, he was doing reviews of the short-lived Chuck Norris's Karate Commando Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
And every time it cuts to Chuck, or the wraparounds are Chuck in the gym. And I just had to laugh because there's a total gym in the background of it. I'm like, all this real equipment and the total gym. Which, by the way, the OG one, because I did actually trade in one that my mother-in-law gave me hers. I had one originally. Talked my mom into it. I talked my mom into so much shit. You know, I can't even tell you the amount of money I would have inherited if I hadn't been milking this woman for so many years. But I got that, and then I'm like, oh, there's an upgrade I can do for really cheap. So I did that, and a new, like, smaller unit came, and they were just like, well, just throw the whole fucking one away.
Yeah,
all right, fine. But so I've got that, and those are like my 2 pieces of equipment that I have. But I figured, oh, you know, the MetaQuest has all this stuff for exercise. I got the special, and it's a MetaQuest too. It's got the sweat add-on visor. So I'm like, I'll start using it. You remember that hacking problem I had a while back?
Oh, fuck.
Guess what was completely and totally unusable?
Really?
Now, when my Facebook account got hacked, okay, it got hacked so bad that I was notified of suspicion of a hack, of suspension, and then permanent expulsion from Facebook. Like, do not pass go, do not collect $200. You are no longer going to be part of the Meta world. And I had so much shit tied in to the Meta account.
Yep.
And it wouldn't. I'm like, well, okay, I rebooted it, but it won't. I what did I do? I reset it because I was trying to do the software update, and it's like, oh, you can't. I tried to log in. It's like, oh, you can't. Everything online said reset the damn thing. So I reset the damn thing, and then it just wouldn't even go past the setup stage. When I went through the whole hacking problem with Facebook and I couldn't get shit done, like I think even right now, I still can't set up multi-factor authentication because there were so many false positives or there were so many red flags that had been set off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this isn't a device you regularly use. Bitch, I don't use anything. Facebook sucks. But anyway, I could not get that resolved for the life of me. Nothing we can do. I fire up a support ticket for my Meta Quest. Within 2 weeks, I've got the old Meta account back. The headset's working again.
Okay.
Which just goes to show that look, mega corporations are fucked up. They've always got their own silos. One hand doesn't shake the other.
Yep.
It's just amazing to me that it all got worked out via that route. But man, oh man, just trying to get that reinstated. That still was about a 4-day ordeal just to get my MetaQuest working again. By the way, how many times have I used it since I got it working again? None. Well, it's because Nationals, I was leaving for Nationals.
Yeah. You haven't been home to even do it.
No, exactly. But man, oh man, fuck technology. Fuck it hard.
Oh, yeah.
Especially trying to get anything done within these stupid companies. Like right now, for the people that are out there that are like legitimately trying to be, I don't even want to say influencers. Let's just say online content makers, right?
Yeah.
I do content, whatever people say.
Yeah.
I don't even know that I would want to get started in that business right now either, because like I have seen people on TikTok, obviously the platform I surface most, where they have been a part of TikTok's creator program, where you do get rewarded financially based on the things you do. You can also do certain challenges and get paid, all these things. And they get demonetized. No reason why. They get banned or they get strikes for content and then banned on the platform and they don't know why.
Yeah.
And TikTok is one of the worst because I think almost 98% of the moderation is AI. And I don't think there is, and there's like not a real person at all you can speak to if you have an issue. Right?
To like challenge a red flag or something.
Right. And now that's just been continuing because like Meta laid off a lot of people because they're counting on AI.
Yeah, like 2,500 people.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about that though, so what I'm saying is being an influencer or a content creator and that kind of thing, the game has gotten harder again. It's not 2020 anymore.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you can try doing your paid partnerships, but you know, there was an entire episode of NetHeads about this. Your content really isn't your own.
Yep.
So go back and listen to that one.
And it's super interesting too, because if you think about it, the directed content stuff that they're pushing you to make is self-serving for the platform itself, not for you.
Yeah, no. You're just trying to cash in.
Yeah, it turns into this Mobius strip of where it's only creating things that's going to benefit it to keep it functioning and digestible, and so it just homogenizes more and more content, which makes the actual playing field that much smaller that's usable. So it's just shrinking everyone's ability until eventually it'll have like 3 people and they'll all be AI generated.
I think what'll be interesting will be the 2030s, where we see all of the content creators having to answer for the 2-year gap in their jobs where they were self-employed, or 4-year or 5-year gap.
You know, this right here in between here and here, what were you doing then?
I was making content. Oh, really?
Oh, you self-employed content, huh? Oh, subscription based or?
No. It was TikTok. Please, I wouldn't. Do you really think I would bring that up in an interview?
Yeah.
I would not bring up my OF here in an interview. That's what I was doing. Not to mention, let's face it, if those are the people, they are the ones that are not having to go.
They're doing fine.
Shannon Elizabeth opened up her OnlyFans, made more money,
dude,
than she ever did in her Hollywood career. Even Set admitted it. Right? Which I haven't seen it. I don't know what the content even is, but
yeah, me neither.
God bless her. And the interesting thing is that she actually did it just to try and achieve relevance again in the entertainment industry. To get noticed.
Yeah, to get back in the rags.
Which, oh my gosh, crazy, man. Crazy. What was my whole point in this? Oh yeah, it's so hard to change your names online. Yes. Your online identity. But interestingly enough, for those of you that may not know, Gmail is actually giving people an ability to change their address finally.
Really?
Just same thing. Your old one will always be your old one, but you can try and get a new handle. Which I really need to tell my wife, because hers is still Love My M, and we have 2 kids now. So
yeah. Well, and to get around that, I would always just make forwarding accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
For all of that. Yeah.
Which, by the way, for the longest time, I treated Gmail as my spam filtering mechanism.
Yep.
I had my custom domains. I would have emails to the domains, and I would just set up forwarders to go to the mailboxes.
Yep.
I don't know what has changed between my hosting provider and Gmail, but now almost all of my forwards were either failed or shut off. And then I had to get them reinstated. Case in point, my domains are actually the ones that a lot of the Smodco accounts are registered with on a certain provider.
Sure.
And so the moment there is going to be a new Jay and Silent Bob podcast, they're transitioning away from Get Old, and it's going to be Jay and Silent Bob are into his house.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, but making a logical business step, why alienate that audience when it still exists? There are still people that are subscribed to that podcast.
Yeah.
So we're just going to flip a switch on it. We're going to switch it over. I hadn't been logged into that one in the longest time. They haven't done a Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Yeah, for the longest time.
I then had to go in. I had to first realize, I'm not getting the forward. I then had to go into my hosting provider, cancel the forward, set up a mailbox to make sure I would get it, and then reinitiate the request.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, that's an entire other thing that is just dying off. Like, people aren't, it's amazing the way the world can change on a hairpin, on a dime. Because, like, who's worried about buying custom domains anymore?
Dude, I know.
Other than companies, right?
I know.
It's like, I'm just a dinosaur. Much in the same way that I never recognized the fact that in this day and age, I am wasting time counting on my podcast driving up anything on YouTube. You would think, I mean, because I realized the other day, I still own the domain webboygizmos.com. I still own that domain. That shit's on auto renew, has been forever.
Oh, and I've actively had to make the call to like go in and turn off all of my auto renews because I'm accepting that, like, look, this domain, I've never used it. I'm not going to use it. No one's going to buy it. Just stop paying for it. Yeah.
Stress lemon. Why do I own this? The one time I thought, I can get balloons and sand and I can make little stress balls myself that look like a lemon. So it was on the show. I registered that domain right there when I'm like, stress lemon.
Yep.
But you never know. Sometimes a domain is just gonna hit in a way you don't expect, right?
True.
Like I still own Hotcasts, and I don't want to let it go because it's the only domain I have that allegedly could be worth some money.
Yeah, right.
But is that a reason to hold on to something? No. Just ask everyone that still has boxed Cabbage Patch Kids in mint condition. You know? How did that investment pay off? By the way, speaking of which, that is another thing to look out for. People of the world. If you've always had your dream car or your dream vintage thing or your dream old thing, we are also entering into a new paradigm.
Yeah.
Ralph Garman, who I've now mentioned at least once on this podcast, his wife, God, I mean, I don't know. How do you get a wife like this? His wife, he's been leasing Mustangs for years and years and years. And his wife said, for everything you're spending on leasing a Mustang, why don't you get a classic car instead?
Buy the one.
Buy the one you really want instead of this one that you're like, well, it's a Mustang, so I'm getting my Mustang.
Yeah.
Homeboy found a vintage 66 Mustang, red with the white sports stripe going up the middle,
Yep.
pony interior. People that know Mustangs know what I'm talking about. A 66, it's a beautiful fucking car, just amazing. The reason why he was able to find it is because the boomer population is passing.
Yep.
Right? It's the same reason why he liquidated his Batman 66 collection, because the audience for that material, always viewing it as an investment, is diminishing. So better to unload it now than have your kids deal with it later and make nickels and dimes off of your hundreds and hundreds.
Yep.
And so that's the thing. Like if you're a vintage person and there are things that you are into, guys, save up your nickels, your pennies and dimes. Because like my opportunity to own my dream, like 64 and a half Mustang to a 66 may be possible, right? Because if there's any one vintage car that I ever loved, it's the Mustang.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do. Anyway, but that's weird. Like, I don't know if you guys are seeing that a lot in Utah too, but I would imagine that there are probably going to be a lot more people making like garage finds of DeLoreans and the like.
I think so. Absolutely.
You know what, Trent? I'm going to take some of this money I inherited from my mom. We're going to go into business together.
Dude, and there's a pretty easy conversion to put a Corvette engine into a DeLorean.
Oh my gosh. Which you need anyway, because the other ones were Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the car company. It's not a Mercedes. No. The engines in them were practically a different type of engine, and it wasn't Corvette. It was a foreign car, and not a good one. Not a notable one. I can't remember it. Let it go. But, it's not the kind. And plus, actually, that's the other thing, too, that most DeLorean owners find once they finally get their dream car is like, wow, this thing handles real shitty.
Yeah, this is, Regular Car Review has done a couple of DeLoreans, and they're just like, wow, like, this is the car we, like, have all been, like, idolizing for so long?
It's because of the flux capacitor, my friend.
100%. It is.
Back to the future. Yep. And there's still an entire generation of Gen Xers that would still want that car.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
So much so, I think somebody bought the DeLorean name and actually proposed making new cars.
Oh, really? Which would be smart.
But like redesigned. Anyway, you know what?
Yeah.
We're being pedantic, and the Patreon subscribers are going to be dying to hear the text messages I've been getting from my wife for the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm going to bring you in on some drama, guys. So we're going to wrap this up because you know what? We're just going on and on about every new idea that comes into my head. And that's not entertainment. That's me forcing you on an extended phone call, and you've tried to end it 3 fucking times. But Will just won't buy the hint, and he keeps talking. Right? Anything new in your world, by the way, now that I've talked at you for 55 minutes? That you want to talk about?
No.
I don't feel pressured.
I don't think so. It's hot. That's about it here in Utah.
Right?
Folks, it's the coldest summer for the rest of your lives this summer, so enjoy it.
Ugh. Yeah, kind of. Thanks for that. Appreciate you bringing that up. Right? Because that was like when I was in San Diego, that was the thing I was marveling at. Like the weather up here was 80s and 90s, and we were in the 70s regularly. I'm like, this is so nice.
Yep.
And then today it's like 90, fuck off.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, guys, I don't know why you listened to this, but I thank you that you did. Every single time, I'm so happy you're there. And for those of you that aren't listening to this, you're not here anyway. Screw you. Until next time, my name's Will.
And my name's Trent.
And we will be back
soon.
This is NetHeads signing off.
Resume normal functions in 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.
This has been a Smodcast production. Smodcast Podcast, using our mouths on you since 2007.